Hey guys, very good morning. This is Dr. Suresh. I'm a pronunciation expert. In this video, we're going to talk about the American English pronunciation about gotta. What is that gotta? This is an informal construction or informal style used mostly by the Americans when they communicate with people. But this style is only used in verbal communication, not in written communication. And again, it is always used only in the present tense, not in the past tense or in the future. Only about the present tense. And this is actually a fashionable construction or style used by majority of the people in the whole world. And today, if you do not use this particular style when you speak English, you are considered to be not up to the mark, or in other words, you do not speak a trendy or fashionable English. So today, everybody expects you to speak like this. Gotta. Okay, so let's just go ahead and learn about what this gotta is about. And before we go ahead and learn it, I want you to find out which one is the right sentence. I've written 3 sentences here. Which one is the right one? The first one? The second? The third? Now, some of you may say the first one is the right one, and a few of you may even say the second one. And some of you might say the third one. But definitely, majority of you would definitely say that all the 3 sentences are correct. Yes, all the 3 sentences are perfectly correct. Fine, let's just go ahead and explore it. The first one, it is just the style, sentence construction by a different country. So I've written here 3. The first one is the sentence construction style by the Indians. Like whenever they say, I have to go, they have to go, and she has to do this, we have to move it, and they have to come talk to me, and you have to phone me. So have to. That is the style, or that is the construction we always use in India. But if you go to US, they always use got to, not have to. Have to is very rare. Instead, they will always say got to. So I got to go, they got to go, you got to go, we got to go, like that. But the British is completely the opposite. They go like this: I have got to go, or I have got to learn English, and she has got to learn English, and they have got to learn English, like that. And if you see all these put together, you can say gotta. Look at that, gotta. It doesn't matter whatever the style you follow, but ultimately all mean gotta. So gotta is nothing but got plus to is equivalent to gotta. That is it. So wherever you have this combination got plus to in any sentences that you use when you communicate with people, or any sentences you have this construction have to or have got to, all put together, you say gotta. That is it. Easy. And how to identify? How come it is gotta? Like it should be got plus to. How come it turns out to be gotta? Yes, there is a rule that is applied here that we're going to talk about it here. We already know what vowels are: A, E, I, O, U, and Y. Excuse me. Y is a letter that has got 2 functions in the English alphabet. If a word begins with if a word begins with the Y, it is a consonant. But if a word ends with the Y, it is a vowel. But here we are specifically concerned about the word ending with Y, not the word beginning with Y. I hope you got it. Great. And the rule that we're going to apply is the flap T. I think in the previous video, we talked about the flap T, how the flap T is, how sometimes the Americans pronounce the T like the D. How? It is the easy one. If you find the T in between the vowels, the T is pronounced by the D, like the D by the Americans. It doesn't occur in the beginning, it occurs in the middle or at the end, but definitely not in the beginning. Alright, I've given some of the examples here. You look at that: guitar, and then water, meter, Peter. Look at that, the T is in between the vowels. If you find the T in between the vowels, all the T's are pronounced like the D. That is called the flap T. So that is what we're going to apply here. Look at that. Gotta. Got plus to. And there is also another rule that we have to apply, is the simple rule that if you find two consonant letters together, one of them will always be silent. So apply that rule here. You got two T's together. If you find two T's together, one of them will always be silent. It doesn't matter. It is within a word or it covers the next word or in a sentence, wherever it is. If you find the two consonants together, one of them will be silent. So if it is silent, anyone, it doesn't matter. You just remove it. So you got plus O. Got plus O. And then we're going to apply this particular rule, the flap T. If you find the vowels, if you find the T in between the vowels, the T is pronounced like a D. Look at that. So you have the vowel, the T must be pronounced like the D by the Americans. That's it. That's why it is gotta. Actually, it is written as gotta, but again, you can apply the other rule. If you find the two consonants together, you find one of them silent, or rather, we have to strike off one of them. If you go find the dictionary, you will find two D's together, and again, two D's together here. Or either you apply the rule again, like two consonants together, or you just remove one T. So you got plus O, and then the T is in between the vowel, so you pronounce it like gotta, just like one D, so gotta. So some other example. So he gotta study hard to score well. I gotta go home, and she gotta do her homework, and we gotta move that particular object, and you gotta phone me when you reach home. So gotta meaning got plus to gotta. And the other example, and they gotta leave now. They gotta leave now. Great, that's it. You understood? This is very simple. Let me just go ahead and give you a recap on this. This particular construction is gotta. So this is how you'll find it in the dictionary, G-O-D-D-A, in the Cambridge English Dictionary. This is a particular style used by the Americans when they speak English, not when they write, only in the verbal communication. And it is considered to be an informal construction or informal style, which should not be used in a formal situation. But people nowadays, they do not bother about any situation. They always go ahead and use this particular fashionable style. And even today, if you do not use such style in your communication, you are considered to be obsolete. In other words, you do not speak English fashionably, or your English is not trendy. That's how you will be named, as if you're not going to apply such style in your communication. All right. And this I have given you 3 types of sentence construction by the country wise. I wrote it like the first one is the Indians, the second one is the Americans, and the third one is the British. That's the style, but it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it means exactly the same. So all these put together, they say it as gotta. Gotta. That's the term that is used in the dictionary. Okay, and here we're going to follow this particular rule, the flap T. If you find the T in between the vowels, the T is pronounced like the D. That is what the flap T. For example, I've given you some other example. I also talked about this particular rule in the previous video. Look at this: guitar, water, meter. You find all the T's in between the vowels. So that's the rule about flap T. Now here we got a sentence here. And he got to study hard to score well. Meaning here, he got +2. Got to here. Got +2. We explained this about it already. So if you find 2 consonant letters together, one of them will be silent. So you remove it. Sorry, you remove it. And the remaining, we're going to apply this flap T here. So if you find the T in between the vowels, the T is pronounced like a D. So you have it as gotta. And then people tend to start using it like gotta. So you gotta watch this video. You gotta put into practice and so that you will be able to perfect it and you will be able to speak a fashionable or trendy English. I'm sure you have learned about this particular style by the Americans, and go ahead and practice. I'm sure you will be able to use it pretty easily with a little amount of practice. Thank you.